Good day. In this video, we're just going to go over the steps, and then in future videos right after it, I'll do some actual examples of how we balance half reactions. Half reactions are either oxidation or reduction. They will have electrons in your final answer. The way to remember it is there's something that says major hydroxide. You go, what's that mumbo jumbo? Well, it's 4 steps. First step 1 is major. Any atom that is not oxygen or hydrogen, so any other element, balance it first. Then you balance the oxygens, then you balance the hydrogens, and then you balance the charge by adding electrons. That's the overview. Here are the details. So, atoms of elements other than hydrogen and oxygen. So if you had sulfur there, if you had manganese, get those balanced. Now when you go to balance oxygen, you add water molecules to the side that doesn't have as many oxygen atoms. You're bringing up the oxygens by adding water, H2O. However many let's say you need 3 oxygens, you're going to add 3 H2Os on one of the sides. To balance out the hydrogens, you add H+. If you remember from grade 10, the old Arrhenius acid. So you're adding H+, same deal, you add enough H+'s to balance them. Now back here it said minus, so our last step is to balance electrons, to balance the half reaction. So those are steps. You're going to get lots of practice, you're going to get used to them. If you have to balance in basic conditions, and the question will tell you, there's an extra step you have to do. First of all, in basic, we're trying to get rid of the H+. So we say, hey, we're going to add, if I had 3 extra H+, I'd add 3 OH-. Now, when H+ and OH- get together, they make water, H2O. So I'm going to be canceling out waters. I'll cancel out any other chemicals, and then my half reaction will be done. As usual, when you're reading steps, it's often hard to process. So it's really important you watch the videos with examples. If you follow the steps and the examples, you'll have no problem. So the sample questions. These are taken from page 616 in your textbook, exercise number 14. Unfortunately, they are not built into this PowerPoint, so I'm going to do these by hand. You're going to have to do your best to read my writing, and we'll see how they go, and hopefully you'll get on top of this right away. And if you do, this section is going to be a lot easier. So that's the steps for balancing more complicated half reactions, and we're going to carry on with some examples.